Meghan Markle's American Riviera orchard was launched as a beacon of authenticity, promising a lifestyle of curated elegance and personal craftsmanship. Yet, the debut of her 14.5% ABV rosé wine on the 1st of July, 2025, Princess Diana's birthday, has spiraled into a public relations nightmare, exposing the wine as a rebranded, mass-produced product from a third-party winery. The revelation that Meghan neither grew the grapes nor crafted the blend, coupled with the insensitive timing of the launch, has left her reportedly in tears, grappling with a shattered narrative and a skeptical public. Far from the hand-picked, sun-kissed vision she sold, the wine's origins in a generic stock label have fueled accusations of deception, drawing ire from royal watchers, fans, and Prince William, who sees the move as a betrayal of his mother's legacy. This article delves into Meghan's emotional response, the deceptive marketing of her wine, the fallout from choosing Diana's birthday, and the devastating impact on the Sussex brand. The launch of American Riviera Orchard's Rosé was meant to be a triumphant debut, with Meghan presenting herself as a hands-on tastemaker, bottling California's golden essence in a $90 three-bottle bundle. Instagram posts painted an idyllic picture. Meghan strolling through Montecito Gardens, copper kettles simmering, and handwritten labels evoking rustic charm. The narrative was clear: this was her wine, crafted with intention, a personal extension of her values. But within days, online investigators and royal commentators uncovered a starkly different truth. The rosé was not Meghan's creation but a rebranded product from Kundai Family Winery, operating under Adair Nude LLC, a third-party manufacturer known for producing celebrity gimmick labels, including those for Yellowstone and Barry Manilow, the Daily Mail. The wine, far from being handcrafted, was a generic stock blend, repackaged with Meghan's logo and sold as bespoke. Federal licensing records revealed no vineyard or production facility tied to American Riviera Orchard, exposing the operation as a legal workaround to navigate U.S. alcohol regulations, which restrict direct sales to one state without extensive licensing. By outsourcing to Kundai, Meghan sidestepped these hurdles, enabling nationwide distribution. While this was a savvy business move, it clashed with her brand's ethos of authenticity. She didn't disclose the third-party production, instead leaning into a fantasy of homegrown craftsmanship that misled fans expecting a personal touch. Meghan's distress was palpable. Sources close to the Sussexes told The Sun that she was devastated by the exposure, crying over the public's perception that she had lied. Her team scrambled to contain the fallout, issuing statements framing the wine as a curated selection rather than admitting the rebranding. But the damage was done. Social media platforms like X erupted with criticism, with users like @RoyalTeaSpill calling the launch a scam and accusing Meghan of slapping her name on someone else's juice. The backlash wasn't just about the wine's origins, but the betrayal of trust, as fans who bought into her narrative felt duped by a product that was neither unique nor personally crafted. Compounding the scandal was the launch's timing: the 1st of July, 2025, the day that would have been Princess Diana's 64th birthday. Diana, killed in a 1997 Paris car crash involving a drunk driver, remains a global icon, her legacy fiercely protected by Prince William and Prince Harry. Launching a 14.5% ABV rosé on this date was seen as a grotesque misstep, tying an alcohol product to a tragedy linked to intoxication. Royal insiders told The Express that William was livid, viewing the move as a desecration of his mother's memory. Sources described him as blindsided, learning of the launch through media reports rather than a courtesy call, which deepened the personal wound. Meghan's history of invoking Diana through fashion, charity work, and media parallels made the choice particularly jarring. Her engagement ring, featuring Diana's diamonds, and her visits to landmine charities echoed Diana's legacy, but the wine launch felt like a commercial hijacking rather than a tribute. A source quoted in the Mail on Sunday said, "It wasn't a nod to Diana, it was a takeover." Meghan's team briefed Hello magazine that the rosé was meant to honor Diana's English Rose nickname, but the claim rang hollow, with critics on X, like a Diana legacy fan, calling it sickening and exploitative. The high alcohol content and forced bundle pricing, $90 minimum for 3 bottles, further fueled perceptions of greed, clashing with Diana's humanitarian ethos. Meghan reportedly wept over the backlash, insisting to aides that the date was coincidental and the wine a celebration of joy, not a slight. But her track record of calculated moves, every launch meticulously timed, every photo curated, undermined this defense. Insiders suggest she underestimated the emotional weight of Diana's birthday, focusing instead on the marketing buzz it would generate. The miscalculation proved costly, alienating even loyal supporters who saw the launch as tone-deaf and opportunistic. The wine scandal has exposed vulnerabilities in the Sussexes' carefully constructed brand. American Riviera Orchard was pitched as a lifestyle empire rooted in authenticity, with teas, jams, and honeys marketed as handcrafted extensions of Meghan's Montecito life. Yet investigations revealed these products were also rebranded from third-party wholesalers, with jams matching mainstream gourmet recipes and honey sourced from boutique chains. The Times. The illusion of Meghan's stirring preserves over a vintage stove crumbled, replaced by the reality of a mass-produced catalog dressed in artisanal aesthetics. The public's trust, once a cornerstone of the Sussexes' appeal, is fraying. Their Netflix deal, already strained by lackluster projects, faces scrutiny as executives question the couple's credibility. Archewell Foundation partnerships are faltering, with brands distancing themselves amid the controversy. Posts on X, such as @Sussex skeptics claim that Meghan's whole brand is a lie, reflect a growing sentiment that the couple's narrative built on vulnerability and truth-telling is a facade. Fans who rallied behind their royal exit now feel betrayed, with some unfollowing Meghan's Instagram after the wine's origin surfaced. Meghan's emotional response has done little to quell the storm. Sources say she's heartbroken over accusations of inauthenticity, insisting she aimed to create a meaningful brand. Her team has pushed back with curated charity appearances and motherhood-focused content, but these feel like desperate pivots. The forced bundle pricing and sold-out-in-minutes claim, with no sales metrics provided, smack of scarcity marketing tactics Meghan once criticized, further eroding her image as a transparent entrepreneur. The launch's timing has deepened the chasm between the Sussexes and the royal family, particularly Prince William. Insiders describe William's reaction as seething rage, viewing the rosé debut as a personal affront to Diana's memory. His role as a guardian of her legacy through initiatives like the Diana Award makes the commercialization of her birthday especially painful. A Kensington Palace source told The Telegraph that William felt betrayed, believing Meghan used Diana's name for profit rather than honor. The lack of prior notice, a basic courtesy in royal circles, was seen as a deliberate snub, further straining ties already frayed by Spare and the Oprah interview. Harry's silence has been conspicuous. Sources suggest he was not fully briefed on the launch's details, with Meghan's team handling the rollout. His memoir, Spare, reveals a man torn between loyalty to Meghan and his royal roots, and insiders speculate he's conflicted, aware of the launch's insensitivity, but reluctant to challenge his wife. A royal commentator quoted in The Sun noted, "Harry's too entangled in Meghan's vision to protect Diana's legacy." The London summit on the 9th of July, where Harry's team met with King Charles's aide Tobin Andrei, aimed to mend ties. But Meghan's wine controversy has set back progress, with William reportedly unwilling to engage until accountability is shown. King Charles, softened by his cancer diagnosis, remains open to reconciliation, particularly to know his grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet. However, the summits leaked to the Mail on Sunday and the wine scandal have complicated matters, with Meghan's role as a polarizing figure undermining trust. The palace's silence on the controversy suggests a strategic retreat, letting the Sussexes' missteps speak for themselves. As the wine scandal unfolded, Meghan faced another blow: exclusion from Hollywood's inner circle. The same weekend, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez hosted a star-studded wedding attended by Oprah, Gayle King, and Kris Jenner, key figures Meghan once courted. The Sussexes' absence was stark, signaling a shift in their social capital. Once headline makers, they're now sidelined, with Oprah's presence at the event underscoring their fading relevance. A source told People that Hollywood has moved on, noting that Meghan's rebranding efforts, including the wine launch, lack the authenticity needed to maintain elite access. The yacht girl rumors, long buried, have resurfaced on X, with users like @GossipGrid dredging up 2016 screenshots alleging Meghan's past ties to high-profile circles. While unproven, these whispers amplify the narrative of a curated facade, further damaging her credibility. Fans who once defended her against royal criticism are now questioning her motives, with some unfollowing after the wine's rebranded origins were exposed. The wine's production through Adair Nude LLC was a legal necessity, as U.S. alcohol laws restrict direct sales without extensive licensing. Meghan's decision to outsource was pragmatic, allowing nationwide distribution, but her failure to disclose this undermined her brand's ethos. She could have framed the wine as a curated partnership, championing a small winery, but instead sold it as a personal creation, inviting accusations of deceit. The forced bundle pricing and unverified sold out claim echo manipulative tactics used by celebrity brands like Kylie Cosmetics, clashing with Meghan's promise of transparency. Ethically, the launch's timing raises questions about intent. Choosing Diana's birthday, tied to a drunk driving tragedy, suggests either gross oversight or deliberate provocation. Meghan's history of invoking Diana through jewelry, charity, and media implies the latter, but her tears and team's insistence on coincidence suggest she underestimated the backlash. Either way, the move has alienated key stakeholders, from royal family members to former supporters, leaving her brand vulnerable. Meghan Markle's tears over the wine scandal reflect a deeper crisis, a brand built on authenticity undone by deception. The revelation that her American Riviera Orchard Rosé was a rebranded stock product, not a handcrafted creation, has shattered the illusion of a Montecito artisan. Launching on Princess Diana's birthday, a day tied to a drunk driving tragedy, amplified the misstep, drawing William's fury and public outrage. The Sussexes' empire built on Netflix deals, book contracts, and a narrative of truth-telling teeters as trust erodes. Harry's silence and Hollywood's snub underscore their isolation, while the palace watches, wary of further chaos. Meghan's distress may be genuine, but the damage is self-inflicted, a cautionary tale of a fantasy sold as fact. As the rosé's aftertaste lingers, the question remains: can Meghan rebuild a brand now synonymous with deception, or has she uncorked a scandal too bitter to overcome?